Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Sept of the Howling Winter World, the Apocalypse joint. You know it, you love it, here we are. So, Alexei drags his happy ass with Aziza over to Grima and Fable, who are sitting near Cub Housing, just talking and kind of chit-chatting a little bit.
Yeah, Grima was discussing like some different herbs and plants with her, and then he picked up a flower that reminded him of her, and then he put it in her hair.
She smiles and like blushes at it. So Alexei will walk up with Aziza.
But Dad, I don't know these people.
That's your cousin, and that's his. Are you married yet? I'll look at them.
Grima will look over and he'll smile so softly and he says, no, but we're engaged. He places his fingers with her.
Say fiance.
Oh my, well, your parents chose such a beautiful bride for you, said Grim.
Perfectly beautiful. Her and our fathers worked it out. The Ayalas are such good people. He'll nod. He's just given up.
They really adore my cousin.
Yeah, right. Just nod.
Grima smiles and like nuzzles into Fable.
Well, who wouldn't adore Alexei? I mean, he's sweet and nice and a little bit mischievous, like a ferret.
Well, they're talking about Aiden, but thank you, dear. I'll smile.
Oh, I don't know Aiden well enough to judge him yet.
Oh my god.
You know, you're not my cousin, Alexei. You're my uncle.
I'm aware of my
Okay.
relationship to you. Your sister is my favorite, and there are probably a lot of people who think you're my son, but that's beside the point.
According to Miss Rose, though, you never know with her family.
He shrugs.
Yeah, we're Silverfang. Hello. This is not a trait that's unknown about my tribe.
Anyways, I'm Danila Grimm Petrova. And he offers his hand. And you'll notice, like, resting beside him, he has a cane. He's purposely not standing up, by the way.
Yeah, I figured if you said that he was sitting. She'll take his hand and she goes, I'm Aziza Tahan. Also a bastard, potentially, of this man, pointing to Alexei. She smiles when she says that part,
though. He'll wave.
Well, most call Alexei a bastard, so... He grins over at him.
I was going through the rite of heritage, but then I realized I didn't care and she's mine anyway.
He shakes his head
Let's
softly.
be real. At any point in time, if you close your eyes and spin and point at somebody in the sept, they're probably my child.
He nods. Like, he's not even gonna, like, argue that statement.
I believe the terminology you need, Mr. Alexei, is vasectomy.
Why? Listen, they told me I had to breed, so I bred.
Well, if you really want bread, you could talk to Moon Moon.
No, my god.
He just smiles so sweetly.
I'll actually fluff his hair.
He makes a soft cooing sound.
You are so fucking cute. I can't even handle it.
I know. Where did it come from in this family? He just grins.
My sister, she's like the only pure thing in it.
He just smiles.
You have a sister?
Her name is Katya. She's married to Gola Fangs first.
Yes, Gogol Things First is my father. He just smiles.
There are a lot of people here, huh?
No, we're just a Silver Fang family. It's not that complicated. Like, I don't know why people find it so hard to understand. We're just one family.
It doesn't mean that they're staying on Sept. They don't even live here.
It is a big family.
No, most of our family's in Egypt.
She jumped.
This is just our home Sept.
Will you stop doing that? You're like a ninja.
Hey! And he smiles. With her? Yeah, he has somebody with him. Somewhere with him.
Yeah, Nikki is loosely holding on to Aiden's hand.
Are you sure your girlfriend, Miss Bill, isn't going to get offended by that?
But me being a ninja?
No, about the young lady holding your hand. Aren't you with Miss Still?
Nikki furrows her brow.
Karima squeezes Fable's hand.
Do not let her hear you say that.
No, I'm not with Jesse. What? Why? What do you think What did you think I was with Jesse?
Acted when we first met her. I assumed she was like your lover.
You are so my child.
See, Karima covers his mouth, and you hear the softest chuckle coming from his lips.
Aside from the fact that I think that Miss Steele, or Mr. Steele, whichever one you go for, has been with everybody on this set, including myself, probably Grima,
Not me.
most likely Aiden, but doesn't like to talk about. Give it time, dear.
That would be inappropriate to lose my virginity to a man old enough to be my grandfather.
I don't think he's that old.
Grima like thinks for a second. He raises a finger, and then he looks down.
Alexi's brows go up, and he's like, I have grandchildren. I need to shut the fuck up.
So yeah, everybody. Hi. This is, and he'll look to his dad. Dad, you want to meet her? So this is Nikki.
Nikki will wave and hold her hand out for him to shake it.
It takes him a second.
Are you okay?
Dad.
So,
Yeah, the look on his face is complicated.
Dad, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Grima furrows his brows and kind of looks. He studies Nikki for a bit, studies Aiden, and then he just squeezes Fable's hand.
Yeah, Fable scoots closer. She scoots closer to him, just sitting in his lap, like.
Has moved from standing between them and Alexi to standing beside Grima and his fiance.
Nikki just kind of blinks and she looks to Aiden like, have I done something wrong? That's the look on
Yeah,
her
you were
face.
born to the children of Gaia at a game.
Oh my god.
I think I know what he's judging you. Yeah.
Oh, I promise you don't, son, but it's okay. It's not actually who I'm judging. But
Me?
I'm not judging you. more concerned for you, but whatever. I've learned a long time ago you really don't. Whatever. I'll just shake his hand.
Oh, seriously, what were you about to say?
Think for a moment. I'm just wondering what she could possibly have in common with you, that's all.
Grima just kind of looks to the side, and then he looks back at Fable and just kind of pulls her in, holding her.
Did you feel that? There's a cold draft here, Mr. Grimm.
Yes.
Yeah, Fable kind of actually slips her hand into Aziza's hand.
She will
Like,
politely hold it, like a mother would hold a small child's hand.
Then he'll look at Nikki.
Nikki gives a bit of a shaky smile, like this is going well, not as quite as she had hoped. Um,
Alexei just strokes his lip with a thumb, looking at them. You need to be aware, Nikki, that my family has no love for your tribe. Now, I tolerate Aiden choosing to stay with that tribe, even though it's a fucking insult to our family, because I'm his father and because I love him. Now, I'm not going to hold your blood against you. I don't care. I mean, I care, but not enough to devalue you as a person, I suppose. But that does not mean that other members of my family won't.
Aiden like takes Nikki's hand. Comfort.
Where I draw concern is my son is, at the very least, suffering severe PTSD. If he hasn't been developmentally and emotionally delayed, no, he has been. That's not a fucking question. So, there are some that say he needs help. Very specific, focused help to catch him up to a level one could consider able to care for themselves. And you know what? He's my son. I love him. I'd put it into him. I'd invest that into him time and time again. But what I wonder is if him being with you is the healthiest thing for him right now. Which, as much as I don't want to have to think about that, I would be a really shit parent if I didn't. And before you say, no, everything's fine, it's okay, it's love, we'll watch after each other. It just makes me realize you haven't seen some of the challenges that he faces. I'm not going to do anything to sabotage your relationship. I'll shrug. Welcome to the family for all I care. But I can't pretend like I'm okay with this when I'm not. I accept it. Because he's my son and I love him and I want him to be happy. But I think before this goes much further, you need to see why I'm not okay with it. And then figure out whether this is something that would benefit you in a relationship and something you want to consider and continue forward on. And whether something you're emotionally available enough to handle. And by my family's opinion of your tribe, that's not going to happen. He really does not seem like he has any amount of personal salt for her.
Grima is just offering a very kind, sympathetic smile towards them. It's very gentle. And he even looks over at Aiden and just smiles really softly at him too. Like,
Aiden,
genuine concern.
yeah, Aiden was kind of looking grim with what his father was saying, but when Daniela or Grim smiles at him, he'll smile back. Oh, when he,
For what it's worth, Alexei really, truly, genuinely does look like none of that came from like a place of like trying to attack Aiden or like not caring about him or things like that. He has had a very difficult history. And he has shown that there are some areas in which he does have concerns. So that's where his concern is coming. And it's pretty clear that it's not a personal thing or he's trying to attack Aiden. The character was written with a complicated backstory. Sorry, I have to work with what I'm presented with. And that's Alexei's concern. Between his history and his behavior he's displayed since coming, it's something that worries him.
Now that we've gone through this serious note, would you like some soft honey-baked cookies? He opens up a bag and offers some to everybody, and he just smiles really softly.
and he'll look at Nikki.
Aziza will politely take one and nibble upon it.
It's delicious. You can tell everything that is in the cookie is natural.
Oh, delicious. No, because she has no idea what to say in the situation.
Fable will actually kind of edge her way over to Nikki and kind of pull her aside.
She'll go with her.
He'll look at her, like she'll look at him, like look at her gently, and she'll say, he did the same thing to my parents. I was actually with Aiden.
She knows.
He's not wrong, but I don't think he couldn't have a healthy relationship. You just need to know what you're going into. That's all. She's actually spinning willpower to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's really, really, like, hated Gara when I first started coming around. I mean, one of them was ready to go on a fucking warpath, turn into a dragon, and attack the Sept. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. And no, I'm very serious. One of my fathers can turn into a dragon, and I swear to God, I thought he was actually going to lay siege upon the Sept. I really wish I was fucking joking. But he I guess they took time to invest into it. And it didn't work out with Aiden, but they love Grima. Oh my God, they really love him.
She smiles.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that she'll kind of chew her lip because her puka is starting to kind of try to slip back in.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden is really, really high on fantasies, okay? He's had a really hard, troubled, broken life. And so his mind kind of defaults to this false reality where everything is Disney and happy and jokes and all of those things. It's compulsive, okay? And he's not ready to come out of that world, I think. She'll kind of chew her lip. So you're going to have to either learn to live in it or help him come back out.
She nods.
And I think, you look like a really stable, nice person. I think you're cool. We should probably, do stuff sometime, you know? I like to do stuff.
She smiles.
We could,
I like that.
go to movies or, I don't know, what do girls do? She's I don't know what girls do together. Sometimes me and my dad get manicures, but it's my dad, so. As far as your blood and all that shit goes, I don't fucking know, whatever. It's not my problem. So you at least have me. If people hate you for something involving your family or something.
I don't even know. I'm kinfolk. I didn't choose to be born the way I was.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bunny. If I could be a hawk, I would be, but I'm a bunny. She nods.
She kind of lights up. You're a bunny?
Anyway, we should probably get back to them before they think we're going to run off and have an affair. As tempting as that is, let's not.
She laughed.
Smile. Then she'll bounce back over to them. Look, I have a new bestie.
Maybe actually
Grima smiles.
She'll wrap an arm around her.
She leans into her
Lean
little
over
bit.
to Grima, go,
Alexi just shakes his head. With a
Beyonce makes friends fast, huh?
She does.
She'll
It's one of her qualities.
she'll do grabby hands.
Towards Azazel?
The little puka will make grabby hands at Aziza.
She looks very confused because she has never seen grabby hands.
Yeah, she'll you can be our friend too. You can be our friend too, and you can go and do girl things with us. We have to figure out what the hell going and doing girl things is, but you can do it with us.
Oh, okay. As soon as I figure out what girl things in the Sept are.
I suppose
No,
I could help
offset.
too.
Oh my god. There is a world offset.
Grima taps his lip and he says, I could show you what girl things are. I was a girl for a long time.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that. You can come along and do girl things too.
Aziza has tilted her head, looking very, very confused.
Alexi raises the hand and he's like, I'm gay. Can I do girl things too?
Yes.
Well, I just feel left out. He says,
Honey.
"This morning."
Alexei shakes his head and is like, "You sing way too much, Disney. You have to be at least a little bit queer, okay? Like, let's be fucking real."
At least you're not going with Miss Rose Petrova to discover what a spa is later.
God, I love my ex-wife.
Grima raises a finger and then looks over at Aiden and he says, "You follow Unicorn. Of course you know what feminine things are."
Naturally.
Nikki's jaw drops a little bit.
I don't think you guys understand at any point in time what really rubs my dick the wrong way is the fact that if you look at our family line, the blood that has influenced it the most outside of Silverfang is Child of Gaia. There are
that's
so
fucking
many children of Gaia in this fucking family. I don't know how my father hasn't smothered himself to death yet.
Maybe your father's secretly proud of it and just jealous because he wanted to be a child.
No,
He's a damn good
that is a
actor.
big hell no.
Out of character, I'm like, nope. That's not a thing.
He'll wrap his arms around Aziza in a very fatherly way and say, "Please don't ever say that around your grandfather, for the love of God."
Wait, grandfather?
He is dead serious.
I won't, but I have no reason to fear him. I mean, he's a sack-wearing happy man.
Listen. Oh God, why is my computer roboting? I hate you, Boo.
Wait, and he looks at Elisa. Wait, looks at it between Elisa and Lexi. Wait. Her grandfather?
This is one of mine. He'll pat her head.
It
Her name is
started as a
Aziza.
joke. He
She's
won't
from
let
Egypt.
it now.
He leaves it at that.
Sorry, what did Aziza say?
Aziza said it started as a joke in my home, and now they just won't let it go.
I mean,
I'm not going to let it go until you either tell me out of character or in character too.
I
You're
mean,
picking
I
the
don't
best
give a
person.
shit. I mean, look at them.
They're
They look alike.
related.
yeah, I mean, look at Aziza. Look at looks like she could be Alexi's daughter. She looks like she could be Aiden's brother. It's like, yeah.
Out of character, the running joke Lindsay was telling you was that she could technically be related to the
I'm
Petrovas.
like, she's Egyptian. She can be related to them. It's like,
Oh, she could very easily be Alexi's child. I cannot express how many children that man has had.
yeah.
Okay.
He's lost count, but he doesn't care to check.
10 kids in every state.
Pretty much, actually.
Really.
He was told he had to breed, so he bred.
He's a lupus. You tell a lupus they have to breed, they're gonna do it.
He just prefers his Hamid form, so he bred in Hamid.
So he has a lot of Hamid children.
A lot.
A lot.
So yeah, he'll just pat Aziza on the head and said, "Her mother is one of my Egyptian conquests." I mean, he'll just. The fun part is Alexei believes it. He's like, told himself it's true, so he believes it now.
So great.
Stop calling us posh trailer trash.
No, you're posh Bedouin trash.
Grima raises a finger and then he just smiles so softly. It says, "But on my previous set, I suppose I could have been considered posh trailer trash."
You're considered posh trailer trash now. You're Petrova.
He just smiles.
How does posh trailer trash work?
They drink their Mountain Dew out of a mason jar with a handle, honey.
He just nods.
I made do with what I was given.
That was the most precious, innocent thing I've ever heard you say in my entire life. I love you so much, nephew.
I love you too, Uncle.
Why couldn't you be mine? He just shakes his head.
She actually pulls Grim protectively away from Alexi.
Why? Like, grab your hand. Why?
Everyone warns
Mom.
you. You only pretend to be innocent.
I don't defile everything good in this world.
Grima rests his fluffy head against Azaze's shoulder, and he just hugs her.
Oh, the fluff that calls to me.
I believe that if you continue on your road, Alexi, Miss Fable will have to fight for her mate's honor.
Fable puts over Dukes. Straight fight. Show her how her daddy's taught her how. Alexi actually does Duke up to like fight her playfully. And he goes and he bounces at her. And she's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he's like, no, come on, go on, do it. And she's like, no, don't do it. And he's like,
Dad, I'll just let it happen.
and Fable, bounce. She'll like kind of bounce to the left. And he like
Grima
goes
is
at
just
her.
smirking.
So Alexi doesn't expect this. In the span of way faster than could have naturally happened, she punches him in the face, punches him in the stomach. When he goes down from that, like doubles over, she knees him in the face, and he goes down.
Grima just smiles.
Like all of it basically happened within one turn. Just pa, pa, pa. And she bounces up and down like, yay! And she turns into a bunny and starts bouncing up and down on him like victorious.
Grima just smiles and he said, she warned you. You should have listened, Uncle.
Aiden takes his phone out.
Hand up, one hand holding a bloody nose, like thumbs up, like she did warn me. She's just bouncing on him and bunny, like yay! And she'll hop over to Grima.
And he'll hold his bunny fiance.
Nikki fucking lights up at the fact that she's a fucking bunny because she's a vet. She loves animals.
When she lights up, she'll wiggle out of Danny's hands and bounce over to her.
She'll scoop her up.
And nuzzles her. I love you. Let's be serious.
She nuzzles her, pets her, and she looks at Grima and she's like, I'm a vet. I love animals.
She paws at her like, you're a vet. Oh my gosh, she turns human in her arms. Hi. Oh my gosh, she's squishing her cheek. Oh my god, tell me that you need a practice.
Well, right now I work at an emergency vet, but I mean, I could, yeah.
Grima smiles.
My dad is a veterinarian, and his partner is retiring.
Really?
She squishes cheek. Yes, that actually is true.
She's like,
Remember,
I mean,
Steve and I were talking about this.
emergency work is a bit demanding. So going private would be. She'll nod.
Oh, no, my dad's clinic is 24 hours, and he's looking for somebody that can help take over the emergency hours. I do it, but I'm only a tech.
She'll nod. Okay. Well, yeah.
So, like, if we have an emergency come in and call my dad, he goes out, but he's getting exhausted, and he kind of, I don't know why he wants to do this, but he wants to spend more time with my other dad. Like, God, who does that?
She laughs. Yeah, if you need help, I would be more than happy to talk to him.
Yay! He looks younger than me, by the way. He'll nod, or she'll nod.
Okay.
But he's like really pretty, so prepare yourself, okay? Like, get ready, because you'll look at him and it'll be like, Mandu, my heart. You'll forget all about that Aiden guy. Just like, he's going on utter performance right now.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Shakes her head.
I've heard some stories. There's been a few people that left their spouses to be with them. And then he,
Mhm.
not realizing he's exclusive.
Exactly.
Aw.
For either or of them. And actually, what's really fucking even funnier is that Aiden actually looks like my other dad. It's really fucking funny.
She laughs like, oh my god.
So
He
you're saying
does.
it would have a chance if you met your dad. Ziza says it joking. I need to stop hanging out with the jokesters.
I
She-
have 2 dads, so it's even worse. And she'll nod.
So she looks at Grim and them. You guys should join us on our next outing, by the way, you and Fable. And
Where are you?
Aiden.
Okay.
You know,
Like a
Okay.
double date? Triple date?
Oh no date. No date.
We don't have to find you a date.
I'm
I'll
trying
find you a date. He nods. Wiggles down.
last time we went and played Truth or Dare, and now I'm trying to convince the others to play something safer like pool.
I don't know where you
Pool?
play pool, honey, but
Also worried if we invite Bryce again, he might just end up dancing and taking his clothes off again.
I mean, the image of it is a nice idea.
I'm not sure why you think that.
I don't know. She'll just look up. And Alexi's like, is it because he's hot? Could it be because it may be because he's hot?
Grima
That's
smiles.
No, my
mean-
God. Alexi
Uh,
makes hands. Like, listen to me. Fuck, listen to me. Emil knocked on his door this morning.
I mean, I'm straight and I'll admit that he's hot. Like, it's a thing.
You're straight? Looking at him.
He's very straight. He's obnoxiously straight for having 2 dads.
Oh, what's the word? Is he metrosexual then?
I'll just look away. Listen,
Oh,
Emil went knocking on fucking Bryce's door this morning, and he looked like he was in alpha mode.
oh my.
Oh, that could be why he was maybe not feeling good the other night and went into the bathroom and came out giggling.
Wow! I'm positive that's what it was, Alexi says.
Nikki is
Grima
like,
looks over at Alexi.
I'm sober. What are you looking at me for? That's why you've been having to deal with me cranked up to 11. I haven't done a single hard drug since I got out of rehab. No heroin, no coke, no meth, no nothing. Just marijuana.
I think I should go, Aziza says as she pulls a roll of duct tape out of her bag.
Ah! Why? What? Grab her! Oh, grab her the back of her shirt. Why? I just said I'm sober. You want to go do drugs? Will that keep you here?
No, I was going to go restrain Mr. Bryce till he detoxes.
That's not how that works.
oh,
This isn't
yeah,
train
Nikki
spotting, honey.
puts the hand on Aziza and it's like, you can't do that. No.
You have to make the choice to detox, okay? It's not like I did it like a million times until it finally stuck. Because because I realized I was taking my husband down with me and it was just terrible. So I decided to actually check myself into rehab with him and get clean. And I've been clean since then. Talking about his husband, by the way, you'd notice that Alexi actually does kind of soften a little bit.
Nikki will smile.
And you and your husband are going to make beautiful, beautiful gay babies.
I cannot express to you again how many children we have between the both of us, and that's just the ones I account for. We have Xavier, Aaron. I forgot the rest of the names of his children. I think one is named Malcolm. I don't fucking remember the other one's name. I have Aiden, you, Harmony, Petra, who's not really actually mine, but he's mine because his fucking father fucked off. And then I have a little one, but I forgot her fucking name. And then I think it's Mila. And then it's Mila, that's her name. And then I have a son. He's got curly hair and his name is Damani. And then I have
She's pulling out paper and she's writing the names down.
he's starting to like kind of count off fingers. I have Kolya. I have Kolya's mother. I can't remember his mother. Whatever. And then he'll kind of like put up another finger.
Dad, you don't have enough fingers.
I don't think I have enough fingers or toes. I think if you took all of my children's collective fingers and then counted off of them, there still wouldn't be enough to count all of my children.
Again, it might be time for a vasectomy.
Why ever would I do that? I've actually been monogamish for the last couple of months. So.
Well,
Mish.
It
isn't
doesn't count when it's a pump and dump. Good God. We'll just shake his head at him. Like, one night stands don't count.
because aren't the women supposed to be monogamous?
No. What? That's terrible. Equal rights. Fable raises her hand and it's like, I am, but that's just because I really admire my dad's perseverance.
I
I'm
mean,
about to make her parents sound even more culty. Yeah, because the men get to have other wives. Only the women are supposed to be monogamous.
So my dad actually comes from that school of thought, Lexi says. He's from that whole culture. And he turned it up on his ass and was like, equal rights, both sides can have as much as they want.
I believe the word would be stoning if he said that to my parents.
I am absolutely positively sure my father could get your parents stoned.
She just shakes her head.
I'm a child of Gaia. I'm an expert at getting people stoned. He
Darling.
smiles.
She starts walking towards Aiden. Then hands it to Nikki and goes, I assume you're going to need this.
Your jaw drops.
What did she give?
The duct tape. She takes it.
She's smiling.
Why do you think I need this? Because she really wants to hear what Aziza has to say.
Alexi is texting, by the way.
Oh, joy. Because you would be somewhat in charge of his social habits once you're married. And if you want to restrain him, there's nothing more restraining than a man tied to a chair and you with a pair of scissors to his nuts.
Wait, what?
You get really creative, don't you? Alexi says.
I was kind of into it until the scissors were to the nuts.
Out of character, she is so Alexi's kid. This is yes.
You can
My God.
regenerate.
She looks over.
Alexi just shakes his head. You can regenerate.
No, that's what my older brother's sister did to him when she came home and caught him shooting up.
Oh,
I don't.
It encouraged him to get
Wow.
very quickly.
wow.
Wow. Nikki just shakes her head.
I like buttholes, and I think that that's not the best thing in the world. Oh, my lord. I just really want to know what they talked about, that's all. Somebody's got to get the fucking tea on that.
So Eli walks up about that time and says, "Tea on what?"
Oh God! He'll put his arm around him. He'll put his arm around him.
Between them.
On Bryce. Emil went to Bryce's house. And they spoke. Wonder what the fuck they
Oh
talked
my.
about. Right.
I'll find out.
I still am betting it's because of when he was sad and then came out of the bathroom giggling.
So he did coke.
Lexi does that.
Yeah, Eli's just like, so he did coke. Like, not even. Eli is a fucking doctor and a former drug addict.
Aiden, would you like to introduce your girlfriend to your father?
So, Dad? And he looks at Eli.
Eli is taken aback by that. He's like, holy shit, he called me dad. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Foster now. I'm like more mature and all that shit.
She raises an eyebrow at Alexi as soon as Aiden says this.
He tilts his head and he's like, so you're Foster now, so I get the privilege of you calling me dad. Got it.
It
So,
makes sense, okay? Just accept it.
I mean, I can call you Dad Raya if you want, but
Yes.
I'm going to type in the side chat what Aziza is whispering in Alexi's ear.
Oh, he so listens.
So, Dad Raya, this is Nikki, and he actually has quite a bright smile when he says this, my girlfriend.
So
And he comes and he like grabs Nikki's arm, like, yay, I love you.
He whispers back.
So Eli kind of looks at her up and down, not in a sexual way, just he's Philodox, sussing her out.
Fable waves at him. Hi.
He looks over to her. Waves back. Hi. And then he turns back to Nikki and looks between her and Aiden. Congratulations. He'll smile.
How does he say it? Is it very straight, or do I roll or do I have to
There,
roll?
you can tell there's much the same concern on his face that Alexi had.
Okay. He smiles at Nikki, kind of squeezing her hand gently.
Nikki will smile and offer her hand to Eli, and Eli will shake it.
Alexia's like, that's the second text I sent. Where's the person I sent the first text to? And he just kind of chews his lip.
Who did he send the first text to?
And you hear a soft, deep voice right behind Nikki.
Oh
Right behind her. Go gently, me.
So she turns around. She fucking jumps. Because that is a very big fucking man.
Yeah, he'll look down to her.
Oh, look, it's the big man with the little sack.
He'll shake his hair out. He had just pulled it down from a ponytail.
Her eyes are just huge as she looks up at him like, holy fuck.
Hi, Granddad.
He starts braiding his hair, like into a thick braid.
His own hair, you mean?
I roboted. Who said what?
You mean his own hair? Oh, that's
Oh, hold on, I have to close my cam. My connection is really poor today. Okay. One more time. What was that?
yeah. I was asking if he was braiding his own hair.
Yes, he is. He was pulling his hair out of a ponytail when he walked up, and he's just kind of braiding it. Then he doubles his braid over, like a couple. Like he's using it to pull his hair up off of his back because it's hot and he's outside. So at the very least, the big scary man is braiding his hair.
Right? She's
But he
just
also looks
watching
like he could
him.
very easily use that to fucking pull you into some shibari bullshit.
Right?
This very intense silver eyes are looking down at her. Doctor.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
She nods. Hey.
Have you been getting too much harassment from my son?
She shakes her head. Not too much.
No. Okay. He'll pull his hair up. And he'll fold his hands in front of himself. Well. Do you like Studio Ghibli movies?
She nods.
Like Hayao Miyazaki?
Yes.
Which one is your favorite?
She
I couldn't hear what you said, I'm sorry.
thinking which one is her favorite.
We all know it's Kiki.
It's what?
We all know it's Kiki's delivery service, come on. That's everybody's favorite.
Not mine. Add a character.
I know.
Add a character. My favorite's Ponyo. So she's like, she's thinking because it's like it's hard to pick a favorite. I would have to say it's a toss-up right now between Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away.
My favorite is Howl's Moving Castle.
That's a good one too. She nods.
He'll open his bag and he'll dig through it for a moment, and he'll pull out like something in a plastic sleeve, and he'll hand it over to her.
She looks at it.
It is the Japanese script for Spirited Away with it's like a script treatment, and it has like the Japanese script and then like the English translation.
Her jaw drops.
I need it back, but you can look at it for now.
Thank you.
It took me 4 months to doctor that script, actually. I had to go to Japan to do it. I needed to be immersed in the culture to get the nuances of speech.
She'll nod.
You don't want to know what I had to do to script doctor Lord of the Rings. He'll just shake his head.
She looks at him like, oh my god.
That is my job. I'm a translator. Mortally. Of course, as always, I have 2 full-time jobs, one to the nation and one to the mortal world. My mortal career is that I'm a translator. Though I'm going to have to retire soon.
She'll nod.
It'll start to become a threat to the Veil if I don't. He'll lean in and kind of smile softly and say, I'm 73.
Her brows go up. No way.
Mm-hmm. Yes, way.
Absolutely do not look. She shakes her head.
I've been told I don't look a day over 40, but that's because I actually have a phoenix spirit bound to my soul.
She'll nod.
It keeps me looking young, unfortunately, in this time when the internet is much more prevalent and people want to know who did what and where, and I don't exactly have anonymity on my side anymore. When people notice the name Tolia Petrova, they see it 70 some odd years back. My only other choice is to take up my mantle under a different name, perhaps as one of my children. Well, air quote. I could do that, I suppose.
Good.
I'll chew his lip.
I was actually about to suggest that. She.
I'll nod. I'll pick one of the
Confident.
ones that doesn't matter and assume their identity. Like you said that with a totally straight face in all seriousness.
Oh my god. She's just like. She grew up an only child, so she doesn't fathom that.
Hey, Coley, come here, I need you.
Ah!
Kidding.
Oh my god!
He's too young!
He is. He's too young, but god.
Oh my god. He'll look over at Aziza.
She's trying to look anywhere but his eyes.
Blink? Why are you avoiding my gaze?
I don't want to be stuck in your sack like your husband and child.
Why does gazing into my eyes...
I don't know how your sack works, and I don't want to know how it works.
He'll just take his bag off and hand it to Eli. You just hold that. You're the only person I trust here enough to hold it.
Oh god, that's wow. Okay.
You're right.
Eli will take it, dumbfounded, like that doesn't say much. Wow.
And he'll step away from Eli and he's like, is that better?
A bit.
What else do I need to do?
I don't know. I'll think of something.
He just sighs and shrinks down and goes to like normal people height, like about 6-ish, like 6 feet tall.
Are you sure he's not like a demon or something?
No, I'm not sure, Eli says.
And he'll just cross his arms, a more respectful and normal 6 feet tall. Is that better?
That is much better.
Okay.
Nikki even breathes a sigh of relief, like, oh god, thank you. He's not as big.
That's why he has a fetish to do this. Sometimes he has to go in small places.
How did you know we were here? Or did you just see us and run up, Mr. Talia?
He'll pull something out of his pocket and kind of like tumble it over his fingers. It looks like an orb of energy. I just teleported myself to where you were. That's all.
That is slightly disturbing.
We normally use it for human trafficking, but
That's even
I
more.
really have to clarify that statement. I did not know. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, Nikki looks at him like,
Holds a finger up.
wait, which side of the human trafficking business are you on?
Don't ask it. But wait.
She looks over
What I
at
meant to say.
Yes, please clarify.
Elijah and she's like, I now wonder if maybe we have a peeping Tom on the set.
Oh?
Okay.
I mean, he can
Let me,
Who
let me
knows
explain.
what he does?
Eli shakes his head.
So, my family and I, we are very active in anti-human trafficking efforts. Actually, Alexei and his twin brother are the most active in it. And he'll hold the orbs up. We use these to not only get around quickly so that we can get to the victims fast without arousing much suspicion, but also to get them out.
Very useful.
Sometimes we use them for our own personal use, but it only has so much magic tied into it. It's fey magic. My son made them for us. He's a fair.
Eli looks into the bag. Knows which son that is.
Susie purrs at him.
He waves. Hi, Nikolai.
She chirps at him to come in and play with her.
Susie!
He's
He's very, very tempted. He's like, not right now. Come play with you later.
She chirps and walks away.
has pulled her flask out, taken a swig from it, and offered a drink to Nikki.
And Nikki refuses it. No, I'm okay.
The Petrovas drive me to this and puts the flask away.
You really are one of us, Talia says.
Eli bites his lip and shakes his head and looks at Alexei like, takes a deep breath.
I've been sober for 3 months, Alexei says. Don't look at me.
Me too.
Who would have thunk it? It's what happens when you go to rehab together.
It's a joke. My father is dead. As far as I know, there's no way for Alexei to be my father with my Egyptian mother.
You say that.
There's absolutely every way that could be possible because Egypt, Eli says.
So Talia pulls Alexei over and just happens to illustrate his spirit heritage, honey. He just kind of points out his rather sunken look and the fact that he has death spirit heritage. Listen, I doubt you are.
You totally cut out for me right after
Yeah.
the word
Yeah,
out.
You said you.
yeah.
I
He'll
doubt
say,
you
I
are.
highly doubt you are actually Alexi's child by blood.
She nods. Good. It'd be awkward to have him walking me down the aisle.
Alexi's jaw drops.
No offense, but I imagine you showing up in a Speedo just to embarrass everyone there.
Eli froze his
Yeah.
brow.
Totally what I would do. And he like kind of bites his lip, and he'll say, "I gotta get back to patrolling." And he'll shift and trot off.
She looks very, very confused with her brow furrowed at them.
Alexi's the one who normally performs weddings on set.
Oh, I don't even
He's
know
actually
if we would allow that.
quite good at it. He takes time.
I don't even know if my family would allow it to be on set.
He takes time to customize the ceremonies for everyone that he does them for. Something he's actually known for.
I would have to ask my parents since it's not up to the bride how the wedding is.
Not up to the.
More importantly, if he thought that he was your father, I don't think he would ever do anything to embarrass you like that. There's a lot of things Alexei is that some could frown upon. He's capricious, hot-tempered. He can become very out of control. But one thing that could never be said about him is that he's a bad father. As long as I have known him, for the children that he claims and cares about, for the ones that he has a part in their lives, he'd be really lucky to have a father like him. And that's coming from his father.
I did not.
I'm sure he's a very great father.
He'll look over at Nikki again. Hope to be seeing more of you.
Smile.
If you never need anything, just let me know.
I will.
Aiden smiles at that.
And he'll nod at Aiden, and he'll take his bag back from Eli and kind of slide it on. And
Yeah,
he'll
as
lean
soon
over and
as-
he'll give. Go. Yep.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
Well, I was just gonna say, Eli was about to do something, but I would rather see what Tolia was gonna do first.
He's gonna lean in and kiss his forehead.
Okay. After that, Eli nods to everybody, and he is gonna go check on his husband.
Yay.
Aziza shifts around uncomfortably, fidgeting with her hoodie, and it's like, maybe I should just go make my curry.
Nikki and Adrian are over there. Oh my gosh.
I did not hear that between the giggles.
I said I don't have any characters here anymore, so Aiden and Nikki are the only ones who can respond to that.
It was nice meeting you, Miss Nikki. I'll see you around.
You know,
Just
nice to
maybe-
meet you as well.
She looks at Aiden. You roboted on my
Yeah.
end.
So I can say just maybe give Dad some time and
Or
tell
stop
him.
listening to others about how to handle Alexi.
Sorry.
Or stop listening to the others on what to expect and handle from Alexi.
I'll smile.
She'll just kind of wave. Enjoy your new rank. Behave with it.
He chuckles.
Take Nikki
Thanks.
somewhere nice tonight. Is all- As she
Sorry, what did she say? I didn't get that.
take Nikki somewhere nice tonight as she disappeared.
I see. And then he'll kind of look at Nikki. So, well, first part of that was not as I expected it.
Me either. But she smiles to him.
He holds her like tight.
We
I'm
have
not perfect, but he just smiles at her.
no one is.
Let's go home. And he just smiles at her very sweetly.
She takes his hand and goes with him.
Johnny, you have a button.
So yeah, I
And with
think
that, we can end our scene, right, guys?
yes.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you for watching. Bye.